Hello, today we will be talking about lesson 6.1, the Polygon angle sum theorem. We already talked yesterday about interior angles of a polygon and how we can solve for different pieces of that. But today we are going to talk about exterior angles. Quick review of the interior angles. We discussed yesterday this equation that is highlighted in blue, and now I'm going to make it kind of a purple color. This equation helps us find the total sum of the interior angles of a polygon. So you take 180 times the number of sides minus 2. So for example, if a shape has 6 sides, you take 6 minus 2. This shape has 6 sides. And then you multiply that by 180 to get the total interior angle degrees. Now, if you have a regular shape, you use that same formula, but then to find what the measure of one angle is, you divide that formula by the number of sides. So, for example, over here we have a 5-sided shape. We use our formula, but then we divide it by 5 to get what just one angle equals. If you have non-regular shapes, that's fine. This one down here is a non-regular pentagon. We were still able to solve for this angle measure back here to make sure it was 90 by using our new formula. So example 3 starts our exterior angle measures of a polygon. Now the exterior angles are not inside, they are outside of your shape. So it says, what is the sum of the exterior angle measures of a convex polygon? It also says you can use what you know about the sum of the interior angle measures of convex polygons to find the sum of the exterior angle measures. So, if you remember, one side of the polygon and the extension of an adjacent side forms an exterior angle. We kind of talked about this with exterior angles of a triangle, but we haven't seen that for a while. We also know each interior and exterior angle pair forms a linear pair which measures 180. So if we're looking back over here, we've got a straight line, a linear pair. We know that is 180. And we've got this exterior angle here. So if we look below, the sum of the measures of interior and exterior angle pairs is 180 times n. So sum of exterior angle measures equals the sum of interior and exterior angle measures minus the sum of the interior angle measures. So if we look down here, I'm going to write something out. We have 180n, because that's the sum of the interior and exterior angle measures. Each of these added together has to be 180 times however many pairs of them there are. So that's the 180 times n minus sum of interior angle measures, 180 times n minus 2. So this is the sum of interior angle measures. This is our formula from above. I just brought it down. That's that formula we learned yesterday. So if we do a little bit of solving here, I might run out of space. We distribute, we get 180n minus 360. You'll notice the 180 n's actually cancel out. So we are left with 360 degrees as our sum of our exterior angle measures. This happens every single time, no matter how many sides your shape has. The sum of the exterior angle measures of any convex polygon is 360 degrees. So that actually makes it really nifty for us. We don't have to do solving for every single kind of shape to find how many degrees the exterior angles equal. It is just always going to be 360 degrees. So that you try, what is the sum of exterior angle measures of a convex 17-gon? Well, for any shape, the sum of the exterior angle measures is always 360 degrees. Super simple problem. So down here, we have our theorem, polygon exterior angle sum theorem, where you go ahead and just can add the exterior angles and they equal 360. So we're going to use this information for example 4 and the you try, and then that will be the end of notes. So we're going to find an exterior angle measure. We're first going to suppose that angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. So I'm going to mark those in. We also know that angle 1 is 3x, so I'm going to write that in for both of these. And I know angle 2 is 2x. And that's what's the measure of each exterior angle. Now, I know this exterior angle is 90, and this one is 90. Then we have 3x, 2x, and 3x. Make sure it's a 5-sided shape. There has to be 5 things that you add together. Include every single exterior angle. You can't leave one out or else your problem will be off. So, in this problem, we know, if I write this all out, that the measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 plus measure of angle 3 plus measure of angle 4 plus the measure of angle 5 has to equal 360 degrees. So I just plug this information in. Measure of angle 1 is 3x, 2 is 2x, measure angle 3 is 3x, angle 4 is 90, angle 5 is 90. So I combine like terms. I get 8x here plus 180 equals 360. I finish solving, and I do get a decimal. That's totally okay. And now I can plug this stuff in, so the measure of angle 1 that I need to find. I get that it is equal to 67.5 degrees. That also means, because angle 3 is congruent to that angle 3 is the same. Oops. Got the wrong thing. So angle 3 is also 67.5 degrees. Angle 4 and 5 are both 90 degrees because of how they are labeled, which leaves us just with finding angle 2. So the measure of angle 2 is 2x, so we take 2 times 22.5, and we get that the measure of angle 2 is equal to 45 degrees. If we were to add these 5 angles up, we would get that these all together equal 360 degrees. Which is great, because that's what they're supposed to equal. So we've got another problem, very similar to this. If you want to pause the video and try it on your own, that's probably a good idea. I'm just going to go ahead and get started on it, though. So, we are given, once again, angle 1 is congruent to angle 3, but also congruent to angle 4, and also congruent to angle 6. So we got a lot of congruences there. Angle 2 and angle 5 are congruent. So that covers all 6 exterior angles. There are 6 sides in the shape, so that is all of them. So now we just have to solve. We know that the measure of angle 3 is equal to the measure of angle 2 plus 30. So it's kind of a weird one. I'm going to go ahead and call angle 2 and angle 5 just x. They weren't given any sort of an equation, but I am going to call them x, so that way, since angle 2 is x, I can say that the measure of angle 3 is x plus 30. And I can plug that in for everything that is congruent to angle 3 as well. So we've got x plus 30 here, and here, and here, and here. So once again, these 6 angles this time have to add an equal to 360 degrees because they're exterior angles, not interior angles. So let's do it. Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 5 plus angle 6 has to equal 360. Make sure to include every single angle. So combine like terms, we get 6x plus 120 has to equal 360. So 6x equals 240, which means that x is equal to 40. Now guys, this time the question isn't what does every angle equal, it's just what is the measure of angle 4. So since the measure of angle 4 is congruent to the measure of angle 3, and the measure of angle 3 is equal to x plus 30, we can just say that the measure of angle 4 is also equal to x plus 30. So we plug in our x value, and we get that the measure of angle 4 is 70 degrees. And that's it for today. We were just going to talk about exterior angles anyway. You guys can complete the whole first page in the assignment packet I gave you. I would go through those. You can check your work as you're going on Classroom. That's a great idea. Make sure to stay caught up with this. Have a great day, guys.